Hello, I'm Michael Diamond, and you're watching Muscle Central. Okay, in this video, I'm going to ask the question: How has Dexter Jackson managed to be able to compete at this level for so many years? He's been competing at the pro level for over 20 years, and he's he's been a top tier competitor his whole stretch. Now, first thing you have to get out of the way is genetics. He has great genetics, but you might say that other bodybuilders have great genetics. Yeah, to become a pro, to get to that level, you need really good genetics. There's no question about it. But some people have, even those who have good genetics, some people are what we call genetically superior. He's one of those that we would call genetically superior. Now, he's not the only one, but he's managed to last a very long time in the game. Uh, why? Well, first off, he never really pushed the envelope in training. Now, that's not to say he doesn't train hard. He trains very hard. He wouldn't have made it to where he is without hard training. But there's, there's a point where you're drawing a fine line between getting great results and then potentially injuring the body. And he obviously knew where that line was and has been very careful not to cross that line. And then at some point, he still trains with free weights, but at some point he shifted over and put a lot of emphasis on machines. Once the body is developed and you put on good quality muscle and everything, you can still put on more muscle with machines, and you can at least maintain it with machines. And the machines are a safer option for obvious reasons. As we get older, the body, no matter how durable it is, still becomes prone to injury. So machines could be a good route to go. And he's incorporated them well into his training, which helped him go through the years without any uh, injury or a serious injury. As far as I know, I can't recall of any uh, injury. There was something going on with his bicep. I believe it was the 2018 Honor Classic. Uh, but other than that, he's injury free. That was his approach to his training. Uh, Now, there's no getting around it. They all use steroids. Steroids are a part of the game. Some use more than others. Well, most bodybuilders don't use as much as the average person might believe, but that's a whole other story. But it's like I said, it's part of the game. It's if you would want to compete at that level, it's something you're going to have to delve in. But there's a smart approach and there's a reckless approach to using. And if if taken, the approach taken is a more calculated approach, nothing overboard, monitoring your your markers, your health markers, as you go as the years pass, to make sure nothing is wrong. You can use without having any health issues and maintain good health. Obviously, he didn't push the envelope with chemicals, which is another reason what helped him to last this long at the top of his game. And he never tried to become this massive bodybuilder either. He's put on size through the years, but at a very, very conservative rate. In the early 2000s, he was probably stepping on stage somewhere in the neighborhood of 215, maybe closer to 220, somewhere in that range. He competes on stage currently around 235, from 235 to 240, probably falls more in the range of 237, 238. So that's in the 20 years competing, he might have put on 20 pounds of muscle. But it's good quality muscle. As compared to some of the other competitors out there, how they grow through their competitive years. So like I said, it's obvious that he never pushed the envelope in various aspects of bodybuilding. So to conclude this, how did he manage to last so long? First off, genetically gifted. He has superior genetics. Number one, that's the major factor in it. Number two, he never pushed it in the training to a point where borderline injury, which allowed him to continually improve and compete at the level that he has. Obviously, number three, he never pushed the envelope with chemicals. Did what he needed to do to get the results he got, to achieve the look he was trying to achieve, and was able to maintain his health through the whole process. And the fact that he never tried to become this massive bodybuilder. He just let his body naturally, his body weight naturally increase through the years, put on muscle at a very gradual rate. Let me see if I can get that out. At a very gradual rate, which is also much healthier approach. When that weight goes on too fast, it's not the healthiest, and it's usually not the same quality either when it's put on at that accelerated rate. Okay, that's about it for this video. If you agree or disagree with what I've said, please let me know in the comments section. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Please share, and by all means subscribe. Do not forget to hit that notification bell. This way, every time I put up a new video, you will be notified. Once again, this is Michael Diamond, and I'd like to thank you for watching Muscle Central.